promotion rate, dropout rate, repetition rate. Okay, those are our concerns for the month of April, because our school year now will end in the month of April, except for this school year, because the beginning of the year is being adjusted because of the pandemic. Okay. Suggested dashboards. Ako mangutan ako ninyo. Ano yung suggested dashboards for June? June, yeah, this year, October. Okay, October man ang start of classes. Then, ISMEA, beginning of school year. Suggested dashboards only. Suggested dashboards. Okay. Here, for quality, ECCD readiness. Mangutanas ako og kining ECCD by June. Could we have already the results of ECCD by June? Dili pa. Okay. Including the reading and numeracy test, we could not get the results of this. So in other words, kini di ang results aning gi-reflect ani are not the results documented for June, but last year. Last year ni siya nga results. Kay last year na to ni mao na ni ang performance dashboard na to for June nga maoy results sa ECCD in the past school year. Okay, like for example, for ECCD readiness, how many learners are already ready for ECCD? Based on the ECCD given in the previous school year. Like for instance, number of kindergarten pupils 5. ECCD ready learners 0, meaning 0% of ECCD. Di pa ready siya. Okay, for reading and numeracy skills, let's try to see. Sorry, reading and numeracy skills, right? Grade 1, number of learners, because this is just only an example. Out of 5, no pupil passed the RN test, so 0%. Grade 2, out of 10, 4, so 40%. Grade 3, 5, out of 5, only 3 passed, so 60%. Grade 4, out of 5, all of the pupils passed, so 100%. 4, 5, and 6 got 100% of learners who passed the RN tests. So results din results during the previous school year. So this, okay. Another one is this suggested dashboard for June again. Kada na yung mga gi-suggest for June. Okay. Take note that quality reading skills. Reading skills. Kini magong reading skills mo na yung gipakadak-an karon. That is why in our continuous improvement plan, our continuous improvement project, most of our projects are about improving the reading skills of our children. Now, for grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, 5, and 6, number of learners 5, number of learners passed the reading test 0, so 0%. Okay. Take note nga na ay probing questions. How important are probing questions? Unsa man ni ka-importante ang probing questions? Okay. Number 1 question. How many learners are readers? Okay. These probing questions can be answered from the data reflected in the table. How many are non-readers? What grade level? You can easily answer. You base your answer from the data contained in the table. Are the teachers concerned capable to provide remediation measures to these learners? This is a $100 million question. What actions will be taken to address the learning needs of these learners? Kining mga probing questions, how significant are these probing questions? How important are these probing questions? These proving questions are very, very important. Why? Because this will guide you. Who are the teachers that really need your instructional support? Who are the learners that really need the focus of the teachers? And these proven questions will guide you to determine the specific actions to undertake in order to address the learning needs of the learners. That is why these proven questions are very, very important. This will give us ideas. This will give us enlightenment as to the proper course of actions that we have to undertake. And then next is quality, non-readers and non-numerates. Oh, pila may non-readers, pila may non-numerates. Where do you base your data? What's your tools? You use the PhilArray, the pre and post test. And you use the numeracy test. When everything will normalize and we could go back in our old saddle in a normal condition, not new normal, mubalik gihapon ta ani. History repeats itself. That is why it is very, very beneficial that our teachers and school heads are reviewed on these matters, because we all know that when everything will be back in the normal footing, we will still again be having this SMEA. And now we are now ready. We are now having tips on how we could get and we could have a very good dashboards. Then other assessment, EGRA, MFAT, and the diagnostic tests.
So dili mi magkuan sa dashboard. You present.
You can select the dashboard and you can present the dashboard during the SMEA. Those are the suggested dashboards that you can use during the SMEA.
SMEA ron nino?
During the SMEA and even during the DSMEA. Because in the SMEA you are preparing your dashboard, performance dashboard. And during the DSMEA, the schools will present the performance dashboards during the DSMEA. Okay, this is the suggested dashboard, a separate dashboard for August, October, January SMEA. Kano sa man ang first quarter ninyo sa inyong SIP, my dear school heads and teachers? Your first quarter starts in the month of June, July, August. Okay. Take note nga August, the last month of the first quarter. In the month of August, the first periodical test is administered. Okay. Pagka-August, September, October, and November. Administration of the second quarter test. Nahuman na po ang iyong second quarter. O niya, pagka-January, administration of the third quarter. O niya, these are the suggested dashboards for your periodical tests. The data that could be contained in this dashboard are the number of learners, the MPS, number of learners below the passing rate, and the number of learners below the passing rate. Okay, I want you to study the dashboards. How many tables? I want you to study the dashboard. That contains 4 tables. 1, 2, 1. The counterpart table is table 3. And number 2, the counterpart table is table 4. Okay, I want you to study. I want you to study what is the relationship between table 1 to table 3. How is table 2 related to table 4? How is table 1 related to table 3? And how is table 2 related to table 4? Any ideas from our teachers? Oh, or how does table 3 relate with table 1? How does table 4 relate with table 2? Dali ang oras eh. Ang giling oras ni mo dahil. Okay. Hindi ka malangan kung nalay answer. Okay. I could not afford to wait for your answers because we have already minutes. Okay. Take note. Let's go to table 1. Let's go to table 1. MPS for grade 1 is 74. MPS for, take note, dear teachers and school heads, that this dashboard is for multi-grade, for a multi-grade school, 135. Maybe our secondary school teachers and scholars are asking, why give us that dashboard for a multi-grade school? And this is just only a template wherein you can make changes if you want. Okay, so no worry about that. So take note, of the 3 grade levels, which grade level has the biggest MPS? What my participation?
5, grade 5.
Okay. Grade 5, very good. Which grade level that has the least MPS?
Grade 1.
Okay, grade 1. Oh, grade 3.
Grade 3.
Okay. Ari na ta sa contact time. Okay, ari lang ko sa contact time. O kanang curriculum covered. Una sa ko contact time. Which grade level has the most contact time?
Grade 5.
Grade 5.
What grade level has the least contact time?
Grade 3.
Grade 3. So what's the relationship?
More time. More contact time.
Very good.
Very good.
The more contact time, the more is the MPS. The least contact time, the least is the MPS. That is why ang ato mga teachers have to be monitored because the actual contact time between them and their learners will matter in terms of the performance of their children in the periodical test. Arin ako, question na po for curriculum covered. Of the 3 grade levels, which grade level has the most covered curriculum?
Grade 5.
Percentage of covered curriculum.
Grade 5.
5, Hapon. Has the least percentage of covered curriculum? Grade 3, Hapon.
Grade 3.
So the more curriculum covered, the more is the MPS. And the least curriculum covered in the delivery of instruction, the least is the MPS. So this will give us an enlightenment nga matter gidi ay ang curriculum covered. That is why kanang ato mga teachers also, I hope not, I know not in our district Calape. I know our teachers in Calape are doing the best of their ability to cover 100% the curriculum, deliver 100% of the curriculum. And I know I have enough trust and confidence to our teachers here in Calape. Another one, passing rate, just the same. Passing rate per subject. Kasala lang ko mangutana.
Churi na pen.
Ano lang ko contact time.
Churi.
Which subject has the least MPS?
Math.
Sa table number 2.
Salang uy.
Mathematics.
Math.
Which subject has the least percentage of contact time?
Tamis na na, Chi.
Mathematics lagi gihapon. So it will also matter. The contact time, the more percentage of contact time, the more contact time spent, the more is the MPS per subject for per learning area. So that's the relationship. So in other words, it is very, very much necessary that our teachers will have to maintain regular attendance rather than incurring so much absences. And our teachers will be religious and serious enough to teach, if possible, all the objectives in the budget of works in order to be able to achieve the desired learning outcomes. Okay. Ano na ko, take note nga, ako nang explain ninyo how to answer this activity. Take note that this is your first workshop in the afternoon. If our school heads are left alone in their lonesome selves, they could not do it. Surely. They could not finish the output if you teachers will not help our school heads. Tomorrow, as shared by Maria Fe, our first 1 and how many hours? Our 1.5 hours will be spent for reporting. Actually, in this session, there are four outputs, but I decide to just require you to accomplish only 2 out of 4 because these 2 will be presented tomorrow. Each school will be given 8 minutes presentation. It's up for the school head, each cluster rather. Each school by secondary school and each cluster school will be given 8 minutes for the presentation. Because tomorrow morning, after the MOL, the Management of Learning, will follow output presentations, wherein each secondary school will have to present their outputs, 2 outputs. Mahimong ang school head mo present, mahimo po nga ang iyang teacher, the one that he or she has interested. For our cluster schools, it could be the cluster head will share, and it could be that the teacher in his or her cluster will share. Okay. In any order, no order is arranged yet. We will call you randomly tomorrow. So that's for tomorrow. That is why we want you to focus and listen to me as I instruct to you how to fill out this important template. Take note that this template is already posted in our group chat. This is Form 1 AIP, Form 1 sa AIR, Annual Implementation Review. Annual Implementation Review that could be downloaded from our group chat. Nana dito. Okay, take note. Using the data from the planning worksheet in our ESIP. If you are not forgetful like me, you could still remember your worksheet in your ESIP. Have you?
Dito ni Mama.
Naamoy planning worksheet sa inyong ESIP. Okay, you have to use the data. And the data from the mandated programs. There are mandated programs. Programs which you think not anymore needed, but we could not do about it because these are mandated programs that we have to implement otherwise. Okay, and then accomplish the AIR template. Okay. I will now present to you. Here is the Form 1 Annual Implementation Review Template. Mauna siya ang Annual Implementation Review Template. Okay. We want you only to present your targets that fall under access and quality. To be specific about target, about curriculum. Targets that have something to do with curriculum. Example, curriculum. Your target in your project, continuous improvement project. Like for instance, your the reading project about reading. That falls under curriculum. About aside from reading, sa pamayuban, aside from reading, basta that falls under curriculum. So dia numeracy. Numeracy project and reading project that fall under access and quality. How about governance? Like for instance, your attendance management, the record management, your project on waste management, those projects fall under governance. So for access and quality, only include projects that have something to do with the curriculum, and only projects to do with governance. Okay. And then learner performance, EGRA, ACD, EGMA, ORB, then KPIS. Sama ng KPIS? Ang graduation, kanang KPIS, Key Performance Indicators. What are the key performance indicators? Your graduation, promotion, dropout, failure, repetition. Okay. And then, unsa may inyong buhaton sa objectives. Ano atong objectives? Please make it quantified. What do I mean by quantifying our objectives? Meaning, you include figures. Do not just say 100% of our children will get blah, blah, blah. How would you say? I know nga daghan ninyo ang mga master's degree holder or attending masteral studies. When we say quantification or quantifying, you have to state the figure. Like for instance, 15 out of 20 pupils, or pila ka percent? 75%. Aside from, to make it very, very clear, like 15 out of 20 or 75%. If you omit or, just place there, just enclose in parentheses 75%. Okay, 15 out of 20 pupils, enclose in parentheses 75%. Or it could be 15 out of 20 pupils or 75%. So very, very clear. We could easily picture out. Not just 35% of my pupils should, no. All right. Kining learner performance also, you have also your target about your EGRA, how many learners targeted to pass the EGRA for the ECD, and also for the graduation. For the graduation, promotion, dropout, failure, and repetition rate, you have to go back to the standard. Pila go tong standard graduation rate na we have to aspire for? 100%. How about the promotion rate? 100%? Oh, very, very hard to get. Dropout? 0. Oh, extreme. Failure, 0. Repetition, 0 po repetition. Still like. Sura, no?
Mama mo na atong paan.
And then, status of the project program implementation. Ano nyo? Sama na yung accomplished. Like, 4 accomplished. Bata nang iyong target ang sige na natin. 10 yung target to buy purchase 10 printers and you have already procured 4. So 4 already procured. Status of balance. Ilan yung balance? 6 are still to be procured. Something like that. What are the issues encountered? Then lessons learned. Okay. Taas din ang inyong workshop from hapon. Pero we will just try to see how far you could have gone during the presentation. We will not post you against the wall if you cannot accomplish everything that are needed, everything that is needed, and all things that are needed in this template. As long as you could be able to see us that at least you have done a good job. Then area, okay, fill area, English, Filipino, other key performance indicators, these mandated programs. Okay, we could not do away with it because these programs are mandated to be implemented. So you should have also objectives for these programs. Health and nutrition, Brigada Eskwela at Gulayan sa paaralan. So, my advice is, our teachers, please cooperate and help our school heads. So our school heads also could have some presentations during the activity tomorrow morning, first hour tomorrow morning. And then, accomplish is LCP monitoring tool. Katong SLCP monitoring tool is SLCP, School Learning Continuity Plan Monitoring Tool. Na hinumdum mo na giingon dito, submit na og School Learning Continuity Plan for first quarter nga mag-include sa atong mga targets para sa continuous delivery of instruction despite of the pandemic. In spite of the pandemic or despite the pandemic threats. So, mo nung nagamata. Okay. Ang i-share ninyo ang District Learning Continuity Plan of Ma'am Gina Castillo. Asa Ma'am Gina na sign on na? Or Antiquera. Ma'am Gina Castillo of Antiquera. No na yung District Learning Continuity Plan. Pero actually, ako, katong ilang gihatag na to, unified tong Learning Continuity Plan. Yeah. In my District Learning Continuity Plan, gamay nga mga adjustments and modifications. Nato. Money ang iyang District Learning Continuity Plan. Okay. Guarantee a comprehensive district learning objectives contain to address all areas of concern with utmost collaboration by all stakeholders. Ang iyang actual accomplishment, okay. Ang iyang status sa balance na nasa issues met. For the curriculum implementation and delivery, okay, honest niya, identified appropriate school modalities, design, finalize, mo nang iyang actual accomplishment. Ang iyang status sa balance, 100% accomplishment pa. 100% accomplished gihapon. Kunya mao na ang iyang mga issues met in the implementation of her district learning continuity plan. Okay. Then, list of SLCP objectives. Mga list ni sa SLCP objectives. Okay. Mauna ni supposed to be akong ipa kuan ninyo. Akong untang ipa workshop ninyo. Pero I'll just give you consideration considering that the AIP review template alone will take how many hours? That is why I will just spare you for spare you from accomplishing this point 3. The areas in the SLCP objectives. Okay. Take note na ay objective si ma'am sa SLCP. Confirm, prioritize, needs are accomplished, purchase of co-printing machine, 8 copier laptop, printers, and other equipment. Okay. Kini siya, mao ni ang target sa SLCP. Like us, we have also targeted to procure printers. We have also targeted to procure our band paper and other materials for reproduction and printing of our learning modules. And we have also targeted the procurement of the different materials for health and safety of our children. We have also targeted the construction of the hand washing facility, food bathing facility, the procurement of thermal scanner, the procurement of alcohol, sanitizers, and so on and so forth. We have included that in our school learning continuity plan. Although you have already accomplished those targets, but I think these targets are going on, implementable the whole year round. So even though these targets are already accomplished, some of the targets are already accomplished, but still, those targets are still relevant. And because this is still relevant, and because those targets are still needed, that those targets in the SLCP are still to be integrated in the AIP. Okay, so here is it. In your adjustment of your AIP, here are the following considerations. Because tomorrow, each secondary school and each cluster school will have to present the filled out AIR template, Form 1. And we'll have to present the AIP2, adjusted AIP2. So doha ka book ang output nga i-present tomorrow. Ang AIR template already filled out the needed information and data, and the adjusted AIP2. Okay. Now, what are the important considerations in adjusting our AIP? First is, you have already reviewed your SLCP. And in your SLCP, there are backlogs. What are backlogs? Targets that are not, or no, targets which were not accomplished. That is why they were considered backlogs. Okay, backlogs. Consider also the target in your SIP that could be implemented the whole year round. Kanang mga targets nga, even though you have already accomplished it, but still to be accomplished. Like for instance, the purchase of the different materials to keep COVID-19 at bay, or the purchase of mga printing materials. Those are ongoing targets that are still to be incorporated in our integrated SIP. So take note of the backlogs in the SLCP and accomplished targets. And take note of the ongoing projects. And among the backlogs in the SLCP, take note which backlogs are no longer needed and are no longer relevant. If those backlogs are no longer relevant, are no longer needed, drop it. Drop them like hot potatoes. Forget them. Only those backlogs that are relevant and needed are to be integrated in our SIP. Okay. And also those projects that are still to be accomplished. Okay, include that in your, integrate that in your AIP too. Okay. The next thing to do, another consideration is revisit your, nanaman mo EIR. Okay. Take note. Kanang inyong AIR will give you information as to what targets in your AIP1 that are to be incorporated or integrated in the AIP2. Okay, take note of the backlogs because there are status of implementation, status of balance. It is there in that column, in the two columns. The two columns will give you an idea which targets are to be included in your AIP2. That is why that AIR is also very important. But take note also, just like in the SLCP, but those targets which are not anymore needed, which are not anymore relevant, because we have to conform our target with the present and changing needs of our children in our respective schools, drop it because they are no longer needed. So those are the important considerations in adopting our AIP. So in other words, after reviewing our SLCP, taking note of the unaccomplished targets and giving consideration as to these unaccomplished targets are still relevant or needed or not, and with our AIR, the annual implementation review, the backlogs there, the balance, the relevance of the targets, you could be able to adjust your AIP 2. Ato nang ibutang AIP 2 adjustment because you have already your AIP. You have already your AIP 2. Only your AIP 2 is not yet adjusted. Okay. So, in other words, tomorrow, my dear elementary school heads and teachers, I hope every school, every secondary school, and every cluster school can send their outputs. Okay. But before that, whatever makes you uncomfortable is your biggest opportunity. Whatever makes you uncomfortable is your biggest opportunity. Ano man no? Ang things that could make you, do away with things that could make you uncomfortable. Pero di ay, according to Bryant McGill, nga whatever makes you uncomfortable is your biggest opportunity. This will give us the idea on how to make ourselves a better person. Okay, so before I end, I would like to ask, I would like to answer if you have any questions. I will, okay. If you have questions, I am now ready to Yes, any concern from our central school principal, Mrs. Coso?
Tomorrow we'll present our adjusted AIP only.
You will present your AIR,
Ay.
template already filled out, and also your adjusted AIP too.
So,
At least,
nalagay na.
if kanang the template is not completely filled out, or that AIP adjustment, at least you could have something to present. So we could not think that you are squandering the time that we have given you.
So, sir,
Anyway, you
sir,
are free this afternoon.
nalagay na ito.
Poor kayo ang signal, sir. Yes, Day. I will post my presentation in our group chat, ha? No worry, Inday, Joanne. I will post all our session. Di sa mo post kaya po mimi. Kana lang na humana mo i-post kay mag-una unya mo. Malupig na pud ninyo.
Sir, hello, sir.
No worry, my dear scholars and teachers. All our presentations will be posted in our group chat. Yes. Okay. Baliw ko na dai, open sa imong mouth. Imong Okay. Sige na dai. And I make the announcement.
School heads.
Yes, ma'am.
Please kanang get your milk, okay, for milk feeding sa yung mga bata, mga beneficiaries. Itong Friday, dihay 2 days. Katong wakakuha og 2 days, 5 days na ang inyong paunon. Kaya na po libre karon 3 days. So, please kuhaan ninyo kay aron kuan ma-distributed po ninyo kay bakasyon na labang. So, please get your kanang kuan milk. Kanang bring your styro. Kay may sudlan. Kay ila kung balik. Katong ibaylo lang ninyo ba katong sulanan empty mo toy dadon nila.
Okay.
Please.
Okay, I think there are no questions. Okay, I will now turn you over to our virtual host, Don Carmelo Unla Jr.
Thank you, sir. So at this moment, our next speaker is our L&D coordinator, Mrs. Maristel Hinabe. Let us all welcome her with a round of applause. Virtual applause.
Share screen. Next stop ng NSF.
Hello. Madungog ra?
Madungog.
Okay.
Gula, ma'am.
Okay. So once again, good morning. How are you today? Puno na? Session 1 pa? Puno na? Okay. So, fasten your seatbelt. Unmute ko. Okay, so participants, please kunoog kanang kuan. Kanang unmute kay naay ning nako nimo sapaw.
Elementary school heads and teachers. I hope every school, every secondary school, and every cluster school can
IPCR. Okay, so let's proceed. Okay, so our session 2 for this morning is all about IPCR for teachers. Okay, sounds familiar, right? Anad na jutani. Okay, so a few weeks ago, di ba, we have submitted our IPCR for school year 2019-2020. For this is the main reason that we can receive our PBB. Dali galing ta ato, no? Bitaw kay aron makadawat jud og PBB kay tiyaw ba pod kitay palingan sa mga teachers ug di ta makapasa. Okay, so let's go deeper for this IPCR for teachers. Okay, maybe you have many things in mind. Why IPCR? How IPCR in this new normal education? Kay wala ba yata face to face, di ba? So makapangutana jud mo magunsa man taani nga wa may face to face. So let's have this. Okay. The objectives for this session is number 1, recall important details of the teacher's IPCR. So, i-refresh na to unsa tong mga details sa IPCR. Then, reinforce the knowledge and understanding of field personnel, and further capacitate them in rating the teachers in this new normal education. DepEd have prioritized improving quality of teachers through PPST giving premium to teachers' welfare and professional development. According to McKinsey & Company in the year 2007, the quality of an education cannot exceed the quality of its teachers. With this in mind, the Department of Education have made it our priority to develop and nurture our teachers. Thus, the department give premium to our teachers' welfare and professional development by continuously introducing human resource interventions such as the alignment of the results-based performance management system or the RPMS with the PPST. With an agency as big as ours, we are no strangers to challenges and difficulties. Anad na tana, no? Beating the deadline always yun na. Naimay mo karon ipada nga report, pagkaugma, pasa dayon. But our commitment to both our learners and teachers has pulled us through.
Okay, kariyo sa kay diay mga report gi kinahanglan. So teachers have to embrace PPST in their every life as a teachers. We want to ensure that teacher live out the standards, and we want to ensure that every teacher embrace wholeheartedly and lives up to the standards as stipulated in the Philippine Professional Standards for Teachers. So PPST has to be integrated in all aspects of the teacher's life. The standards have to exist in all aspects of teacher's life by ensuring that the PPST is embedded into all HR systems, beginning with the RPMS. Thus, to ensure that teachers embrace the standards, they have to be integrated in a way that is simple, seamless, uniform, and universal. Let's take a look at these HR systems. No? So, the RPMS is only one of the HR systems that is aligned with PPST. So this shows that the RPMS, again, is the only one of the many HR systems, a slice of a cake, wherein we can align with the PPST. Other slices include the L&D or the Learning and Development. Pares aning atong gihimo karon nga inset, it's part of L&D. The RSPI or the Recruitment, Selection, Placement, and Induction. And Rewards and Recognition. Kaning makadawat tag PBB, mao apil na ni sa Rewards and Recognition and other HR systems. So this is the RPMS framework. So refresher ani ha kay diha naman ni nato gihatag. Pagsugod gyud nato aning kuan IPCR. So the RPMS framework did not change, wherein at the top center of the framework is the vision and mission of the Department of Education. At the left-hand side is the what. So unsay naa sa what? Strategic priorities, broken down into department and functional care result areas or the KRAs, and objectives. At the right-hand side are the core values of DepEd broken down into enabling competencies. However, because of the adoption of the PPST through DepEd Order number 42 Series 2017, wherein the performance appraisal system shall be based on this set of standards, it led to the alignment of the RPMS with the PPST. So PPST has already been integrated in teachers' everyday lives through PPST-based RPMS. Beginning 2018, through the development and implementation of the RPMS manual for teachers, the RPMS is now focused on, focus sa RPMS, teacher quality, uniform assessment of teachers' performance, tool to support for teacher professional development required for each career stage. So sa man tong tool nga gigamit nato, we have the COT, o katong napay face-to-face, di ba? Classroom observation tool. We also have the self-assessment tool. So we aim to make PPST become part of our teachers' everyday lives. So what are the benefits of PPST RPMS alignment to teachers? So this initiative is allowing them to focus on teaching. Another, resolve past issues and problems of our teachers with RPMS having difficulty coming up with IPCRF and compiling voluminous and irrelevant MOVs. Have you still remember nga kinadaghanan tag i-compile nga MOV sa una, no? So unsa may buhaton nato adtong mga irrelevant. So also this simplified the process of our teachers in understanding PPST and RPMS because they can now understand and appreciate PPST and RPMS in just one document. So unsa to nga document? The RPMS manual. It also engages teachers to embrace ongoing professional learning for their professional development to enhance their own teaching, and now provide a framework of uniform measures to assess teacher performance, a basis for a more objective and fair dialogue about performance, development, and career-related issues. So let's continue our journey this school year 2020-2021 towards teacher quality using our hashtag quality teachers equals quality education. At the onset of the pandemic COVID-19, our department issued this memorandum. This has reference to Section 10 of DepEd Order number 11, Series 2020, titled Revised Guidelines on Alternative Work Arrangement in the Department of Education during the period of state of national emergency due to COVID-19 pandemic, indicating the completion of the results-based performance management system requirements of the school year 2019-2020 as one of the work priorities anchored on the operationalization of the basic education learning continuity plan and school calendar and activities for school year 2020-2021. For teaching personnel, so in view of the memorandum dated April 27, 2020, the title is Update on the Conduct of Regional Division Capacity Building for Raters on the Next 12 Philippine Professional Standard for Teachers. Kaya supposed to be, kung nakahinumdo mo nga, only, for year 1, only 12 strands ang atong gi-implement. So for the next 2 year, next year, karon unta, is mo apply na unta punta adtong next 12 kanang strands or indicators. So the capacity building activities shall resume as soon as the RPMS tools and other RPMS related forms and support materials are released in support to the new guidelines on RPMS 2020-2021. So many guidelines. Number 1, the Department of Education maintains the advice to wait for the issuance of the comprehensive guidelines on the performance of RPMS 2020-2021 activities for school-based personnel. So, maghuwat pa kuno ta. Mao bitaw na nga for this school year, atong 2019-2020, ang atong gigamit is sa year 1 pa. Sa year 1 pa. Kay giingon diri is we have to wait. It's supposed to be ato na unta pud tong dungagan og another 12 strands or 12 indicators. Okay. Number 2, guideline. The guidelines set to be released shall primarily consider the basic education learning continuity plan, including the available learning delivery modalities in the entire country. The new guidelines on work arrangement for officials, teaching and non-teaching personnel in all its offices, units, and schools, and the consequent adjustments in the protocols and timelines. Then number 3, the orientations, trainings, and capacity building activities shall employ the most appropriate delivery modality while strictly observing minimum public health standards and stringent physical distancing measures, consistent with the policies set forth by the Office of the President, the IATF, and other related DepEd issue policy. So ato ra gyud ani is, ang concern ani sa IPCR is we have to wait sa kanang comprehensive guidelines sa issue sa DepEd kung atuan na bang gamiton tong another set of 12 indicators for our IPCR.
Ibalik sa itong kwantos like itong kinasta na to.
So, DepEd Memorandum number 45, Series 2020. Results-based performance management system guidelines for school year 2019-2020 year-end activities in light of COVID-19 measures. This was issued last April 18, 2020. So as mandated by DepEd Order number 2, Series 2015, titled Guidelines on the Establishment and Implementation of the Results-Based Performance Management System in the DepEd, the department is scheduled to conduct Phase 3, Performance Review and Evaluation, and Phase 4, Performance Rewarding and Development Planning of the Results-Based Performance Management System. School year 2019-2020 for school-based personnel in April 2020. So, ani madayon kay nag-lockdown naman ta March pa. No? Okay, as stated in paragraph 35 of DepEd Order number 2, in exceptional cases and only if the situation warrants, a one-time recalibration shall be allowed. Exceptional cases shall include instances when high-level decisions are taken into effect, such as changes in strategic directions and circumstances beyond the control of the ratees, such as natural or man-made calamities. So maoning ang atuad dire nationwide man ta pandemic. Mao to nga we need to recalibrate. Okay. So on classroom observation, dapat man unta nga naatay kanang 4 classroom observation. But because the suspension started in mid-March, mautong it is assumed that the teacher have obtained at least 3 classroom observation. So wala na to giupat. Ning consider ang department nato nga bisag 3 na lang kay mid-March we don't have classes anymore. Okay, so mao ni nga sample. O nay sample ani no nga kanang computation. Okay, so mao ni siya ang classroom nga kanang sample kanang computation sa classroom observation. So kung makita ninyo nga for classroom observation period number 4, blanco siya. So gi-consider na nato sa DepEd kay nag-lockdown naman ta, no? Anyway, nahuman man pud tag gamaan ni no. So this is just kanang a review ug giunsa ni nato pag rate ang atong IPCR. Okay, so for non-classroom observable RPMS objectives, teachers are encouraged to explore on the list of possible MOVs. O, mao ba ni atong gibuhat? Kaya wala naman tayo mahimuan kaya napasa naman. Okay, so mao ni siya no, sample. So instead of divided by 4, divided by 3 na lang. Okay. O, mao ni siya. So, gikan sa original, gi-calibrate na to. So, example na efficiency, diba sa outstanding sa 5, submitted for main MOV, which ang main MOV na to ani is classroom observation. So kung i-recalibrate na to, this will become 3 na. 3 na siya ha, and paubos na.
Ha?
So let us also review kadtong domains sa atong IPCR. So These are the 7 domains of the PPST nga gigamit po nato gi-align sa RPMS. But if naka-observe mo,
Wato ba
wala
suna
na nato
ka watong
gamita
sa likod?
ang domain 6 and 7.
Tapos yung isa
Tutoy
ka
ra sa
batas nga
5.
kuan rin na sa ulam sa dapog
Supposed to be
i-apil
unta ang mga indicator ana or objective
iyo sa durin ba
para na unta na sa second year nga implementation sa RPMS. Pero karon wala pa sa year 1 pa jud ta kadtong 12 pa katong atong gipasa nga IPCR ron. Okay. So these are the classroom observable strands of the Philippine Professional Standards for teachers. Kana siya kanang gi-highlight. 21 out of 37 strands are classroom observable. Kanang gi-highlightan. Overall na siya ha, pero wala pa na dyan na nato gigamit tanan. Okay. So mao ni atong gigamit ron year 1 of implementation. For domain 1, we used strand 1.1, 1.4, 1.5. So kanang gi-highlightan ana mao na siya ang atong gigamit ron. 12 ka indicators ang ato ang gigamit. But out anang 12, only 9. 9 ra kabuok ana ang classroom observable. Okay. So again, 12 priority strands were chosen for RPMS year 1 out of 37 strands of the PPST. Kanang gi-highlightan mao na siya atong gigamit ron. Year 1 ug year 2 jud na nato nagamit. Kay supposed to be jud na magdugang na jud ta og another 12. So, mao ni siya ang gingon no, 9 out of 12 strands are classroom observable. Okay, so mao na siya. Kanang highlighted in green, mao na siya ang 9 strands nga classroom observable. Kanang light color unsa man siya murag orange or something yellow, kanang tulo ka buok mao nay non-classroom observable. Okay. Kadto siya for the proficient teacher katong teacher 1 to teacher 3. Kani siya is for the highly proficient katong mga master teachers. So 5 out of the 12 priority strands are classroom observable sa MT. 5 ra sa MT. Mao ni sa kuan. Kasagaran ilaha uban is nan kuan classroom observable. Okay. So 12 priority strands were okay. So let us review sa content domain 1 content knowledge and pedagogy. So if you observe na ay mga nice smiley diha. Kanang unsa man ang gibutangan og tulo ka smiley. So mao na siya ang indicator or strand nga gamit nato for year 1. So we have strand 1.1, then strand 1.4, strand 1.5. That's for domain 1. So wala pa nato gamita ang 1.2, 1.3, 1.6 o 1.7. So magandam-andam raman ta basig sunod tuig i-apply ni implement na ni. Okay, so mao ni siya giunsa man paghimo og objectives from strand to objective. So there is 1.1 ang gibutang diri is content knowledge and its application within and across curriculum areas. So sa atong objective sa IPCR nahimo na ng apply knowledge of content within and across curriculum teaching areas. Okay. Then ang strand 1.4, strategies for promoting literacy and numeracy. So gihimong use a range of teaching strategies that enhance learner achievement in literacy and numeracy skills. Oh. There is a 1.5 strategies for developing critical and creative thinking kadtong HATS. So apply a range of teaching strategies to develop critical and creative thinking as well as higher order thinking skills. Maybe you will ask nga nganong wala gigamit ang 1.2, 1.3, 1.6, 1.7. So maybe the DepEd higher officials have their reason nganong wala pa na nato gi una og implement ning laktaw man. Nyari man ta sa 1.4 o 1.5. So based siguro sa ilang research naa sila mga reason ana. Okay? So this is just a review ha. Kay basig nakalimot na ta. So domain 2 learning environment, we have 2 strands nga gigamit sa IPCR. And then okay, so mauna ni nga objective nga makita nato sa atong IPCR sa domain 2. So manage classroom structure to engage learners individually or in groups in meaningful exploration, discovery, and hands-on activities within a range of physical learning environments. And 2.6, manage learner behavior constructively by applying positive and non-violent discipline to ensure learning-focused environments. For domain 3, we only have 1. Nag-i-apply karon. Kung saan nga strand? Learners' gender needs, strengths, interests, and experiences. Giunsa na pag-change into objective sa atong IPCR. So use differentiated, developmentally appropriate learning experiences to address learners' gender needs, strengths, interests, and experiences. Mauna nga, gi-appeal bitaw sa itong inset karon ang differentiated instruction because it is part, using differentiated instruction is part of the IPCR. So, kamo teachers, are you using differentiated instructions? Or wa kay langan? Ha? So, kamo na mag-iguan na teachers. Okay, for domain 4, we have 3 strands, 4.1, 4.4, and 4.5. O kung if nakamatikod mo, ang strand 4.4 na diri sa kilid ang iyahang smiley. Ano man na? It's because this strand 4.4 is non-classroom observable. Kana rang duhaan ng ang 4.1 ra og 4.5 mao'y classroom observable. So, mao ning objective. Usa sa atong IPCR. 4.1 plan, manage, and implement developmentally sequenced teaching and learning processes to meet curriculum requirements and varied teaching contexts. So, kanang 4.2 ana is non-classroom observable. Then 4.5, select, develop, organize, and use appropriate teaching and learning resources, including ICT to address learning goals. Then domain 5. For domain 5, we have, for year 1, we have 3 strands implemented, but only 5.1 is classroom observable. 5.2 and strand 5.4 is non-classroom observable. So, money objective. Design, selects, organize, and use diagnostic, formative, and summative assessment strategies consistent with curriculum requirements. So, ma-apply man gihapon ni nato, no? In the new normal education. For domain 6, wala pa jud ta nagamit ani, pero i-present raman po ni naho para ma-refresh ta kay taud-taud na ra bata adto RPMS nga katubitang gi-re-echo na to. 2 years ago dito sa BFAR. So mao ni siya magandam-andam ta ani kay tingalin og i-appeal na ni. So there are 4 strands, meaning 4 objective sa domain 6. So ta kahibaw ani og asa i-appeal para sa year 2. Okay, for domain 7, wa gihapon ni na-appeal, no? So there are 5 strands for domain 7, personal growth and professional development. Okay. So as you can see, mao ni atong forma no sa part 3 sa summary of ratings for discussion na to sa atong IPCR. So I'm sure familiar namong tanan ani no. So only objective 11 and 12 walay timeliness. Naay timeliness. The rest is only quality and efficiency ang ratean, no? So this one, mao ni ang kanang sample nga kanang rating na. Okay, so kahibaw na jud mo ani tanan ta ani nakahibaw na and nahuman na pud ta ani no. Okay, so mao ni siya ang ang dagway sa atong IPCR. Okay, so this one kay hapit naman tamuin sa atong quarter ni end na di ay atong pag December 12. So we now have the quarter review. So mag-review jud ta sa atong IPCR. Unsaon man nato pag-review nga wala may face to face. Okay, mauna nga we have to account kung unsay nahimo sa teacher based aning kanang objective sa atong IPCR. So kani siya ang gi-present is sample only ha nga na nahimo sa teacher ba credits to the Aurelia people kay ilahan ning trabaho na human na kuno sila og review. Kana bang gi-account ra ang nahimo sa teacher. So for 1.1 apply knowledge of content within ACRUS and curriculum teaching areas. Unsa may gihimo sa teacher? Selected, contextualized, and printed modules or LAS appropriate to the learners. O diba? Gihimo na nato. Kinabisihan ta kaayog print. Korot ban paper. Okay, so for 1.4 sample, use a range of teaching strategies to enhance learner achievement in literacy and numeracy. So ang nabuhat sa teacher, example na ni siya, although naa pa jud daghan ani nga nahimo sa teacher, provided LAS or LM that enhance learner achievement in literacy and numeracy. Okay, sample na ha. Sa 1.5 kamo nay sumpay. Okay, for KRE2, take note nga sa KRE2 gitapo na nila ang KRE2 o KRE3 kay isa raman to didto. So mao na nahimo nga KRE2 learning environment and diversity of learners. Ilang gitipo? Pwede ko po na nato tipuon kay isa raman to siya ka objective. So for domain 2, 2.3, manage classroom structure to engage learners individually or in groups in meaningful exploration, discovery, and hands-on activities within a range of physical learning environments. Sa may gihimo sa teacher, manage on time the distribution and retrieval of modules following DOH protocol. O, diba? Nahimo na sa teacher. Ang mga parent before mukuha sa kon kinahanglan magmask, usilon, butangan og alcohol. O, diba? O nahimo na. O mutunog pa dahil sa foot bath. Okay. Mulag pa jud sila. Okay. For 2.6, manage learner behavior constructively by applying positive and non-violent discipline to ensure learning focused environments. So sa gihimo ni teacher, manage learners behavior to positively do all the required activities in distant learning. Bitaw makita man na kay na may checklist bitaw atong gihatag. So didto og permahan sa ginikanan nga na-accomplish, meaning nabuhat nila ang required activities. O, sample ra na ha. So I know nga naa pa mo'y daghan diha nga nabuhat nga wa nabutang ani. So ibutang na nato para sa atong quarter review sa IPCR. O dera ang number 3 mao ni siya ang domain 3 nga giusa ra. O so use differentiated developmentally appropriate learning experiences to address learners' gender, needs, strengths, interests, and experiences. So, sa gibuhat sa teacher, provided differentiated activities to cater diverse learners in distant learnings. Okay, sunod. Sa KRE3, na KRE3 na ni kay gitipo naman ha. So, which is domain 4 na ni siya. So, sa domain 4.1, plan, manage, and implement developmentally sequenced teaching and learning processes to meet curriculum requirements and varied teaching contexts. Sa may gibuhat sa teacher, plan, manage through kadtong gigama nga weekly home learning plan. So, naa mo adto, mahimo to ninyo nga MOVs or wa mo nag-print adto, di ba? So, kinahanglan jud naa jud ta adto. Kay ngano man aron ma-account tong atong gihimo nga weekly learning plan aron nga mo sibu aning 4.1 nga objective sa atong IPCR. Okay? So 4.5, select, develop, organize, and use appropriate teaching and learning resources including ICT to address learning goals. So na-apply pud ni nato. Diba? Kaning distant learning day nato nga sige tag-print. Okay. So for strand 4.4, which is not classroom observable, so participated in collegial discussions that use teacher and learner feedback to enrich teaching practice. So unsa may gihimo nato kadto dieng ni-attend ta og LDM nga LAC. Oh, di ba nationwide jud to nga LAC nato sa LDM. So usa to siya nga ma-account nato aning strand 4.4 or kadto pong schools implemented the ELLN. Di ba? We have our LAC, so we can use those activities ato para sa ato ang MOV ani nga strand 4.4. Oh. Okay, for assessment and reporting, we have design, select, organizes, and uses diagnostic, formative, and summative assessment strategies consistent with curriculum requirements. So, unsa may gibuhat sa teacher? Monitored learners using the individual monitoring of learners in distance learning. O, di ba? Sa ato ang LDM, we are given the template kadtong individual monitoring plan. O, gigamit ba to nato mga teachers? O, usa to ani nga atong magamit ani nga MOV in the new normal education. Another is katong sa 5.4, communicated promptly and clearly the learner's needs, progress, and achievement to key stakeholders including parents and guardians. So na-end naman ta sa atong first quarter. So sugod-sugod na ta og communicate. Unsaon man nato pag-communicate nga no face-to-face man. So, there are different platforms nga itong magamit, di ba? We have calls, SMS, messenger, video call, ug unsa pa. So, si teacher na mag-iguan na. Okay. So, sharing with you kanang IPCR review sa kanang taga-Korea ni ha, ilahan ning hinimo. So maupod ni atong buhaton ron per teacher. Kay aron ma-account ang ato ang activities conducted in the new normal education. Okay. So mao ni siya ha, mao ni nga template atong gamiton sa atong output para unya. O unya man ni nato palis buhaton. Oh, pahimuon man gud ma'am. We need to have IPCR review kay kanang mauman jud na man jud tay IPCR review every inset jud nato kay aron kanang mura bag partial assessment sa atong nahimo for the past quarter. Mauman jud na Oh, kung na-accomplish ba na nimo or wa. And karon kay wala man ta, dili man nato magamit ning strand or kanang objectives nga naa sa atong IPCR, ang atong buhaton is we have to account the actual activities conducted in our school. Oh, kay dili wala pa jud ingon nga mao jud ni atong IPCR, but ato lang i-account as part of the IPCR review. Kay sa giingon na nako ganiha, we will wait for the comprehensive guidelines. Pero ug naa na nga guidelines aron di nata magkarakara pod, meaning naa natay kanang activities nga atong i-match sa ilang ihatag nga kanang objective sa IPCR na po natupuhon. Meaning, dali na nato nga na naman tayo record, na naman tayo gilista. Nga, mauni atong nabuhat in the new normal education, although we shall wait for the final instruction pa jud sa DepEd. No? So, mauni atong buhaton. Mauni ang hinimo sa taga-Corelia, no? Oh. So, we have the domain or CRAC. KRE1, Content, Knowledge, and Pedagogy. So, mauni nga objective. 1. Applied knowledge of content within and across curriculum teaching areas. So, unsa may actual activities, ani? So, mao nilang gisuwat. Selected, contextualized, and printed modules. Or last, appropriate to the learners. So, gibitangan po nila, made adjustments on last and modules that would fit to learners' ability. Ana, no? So naapa jud mo ilain ana nga nahimo. Ilaha man ni sample ra bagi present para naatay murag basis. Then number 2, use a range of teaching strategies that enhance learner achievement in literacy and numeracy skills. Okay, unsa may actual activities ana? Provided last that enhance learner achievement in literacy and numeracy. Provided additional learning materials in a form of videos especially for learners who are slow or non-readers and those who lags behind. So kay nakaibaw naman ta kisay mo lag behind, di ba? Ato silang padalhan og learning materials. Pananglit ka ng bata nga struggling readers. Oh, nagpada si teacher og mga basahon nga musibo pa adto iyahang level sa reader. So mao ni siya example ani. Then number 3, applied a range of teaching strategies to develop critical and creative thinking, as well as higher order thinking skills. What did the teacher do? Made adjustments on last and modules by adding activities that would stimulate learner skills on creative and critical thinking. Kana ba nagdugang ta, naghatag tag siguro mga activities nga kaya jud sa bata himuon apan receiving the result nga galisod jud ag bata adto. So ang teacher naghimo og sample or parallel class para makuha jud to niya nga skills. So mao na siya. Okay. So we have this one. Okay. So, another, sa gibuhat sa teacher, provide additional meaningful activities to learners to be done at home, which encourage them to explore and discover, like help mother cook food, wash clothes, make gardens, or do things they want, like, o di ba naaman na yung mga performance task bitaw nga ibutang sa last, sa learning activity sheets, nga ipabuhat sa bata unya picturean unya i-send ni teacher or di gani i-print. Oh, mao ni siya. Then provided a supportive task at each phase of the lesson through text, call, or written instructions. Okay, sa objective 5, manage learner behavior constructively by applying positive and non-violent discipline to ensure learning focused environment. So, actual activities of the teacher made learners accomplish their own plan in a form of series of tasks to do at home with parents' feedback on their performance. So, kasagaran ani performance task. nga i-communicate po sa parents to the teachers. Then number 6, uses differentiated and developmentally appropriate learning experiences to address learners' gender, needs, strengths, interests, and experiences. So, sample activities, design meaningful activities that considers the learner's profile with consideration on learner's age, access to technology and resources, and capacity for independent study. Another is encourage learners to do research for possible answer using their textbooks. So kadtong wala siguro'y kanang internet or gadgets at home, di ba, ato manggipadatong mga textbook, mao nang adto sila mo research sa ilahang possible answer sa ilahang textbook. So mura gipayunan ang pupils or learners. Okay, for domain 7. Okay, uses different plan, manage, implemented developmentally sequence teaching and learning processes to meet curriculum requirements and varied teaching context. So sa may ginimo ni teacher. Okay, katong weekly learning plan. And another is acquired skills on designing a more appropriate module and last for learners. Okay, so I'm sure daghan pa jud mo og madugang ani, no? Nga activities nga gihimo sa teacher. So ato jud nang ilista i-account kay aron ma-acknowledge pod ang gihimo sa teacher in this new normal education. Then number 8 is participated in collegial discussions that use teacher and learner feedback to enrich teaching practice. Okay, yun sa ni teacher. Conducted a focus group discussion and discussed with fellow teachers on facilitating factors. Mao ni siya kadtong nag-conduct ta og LAC sa LDM. Ato gi-discuss dito ang unsa man mga facilitating factors, hindering factors, and appropriate recommendation on different MDL issues. Okay. Then number 9, selected, develop, organize, and use appropriate teaching and learning resources, including ICT to address learning goals. Giunsa ni teacher, integrate lessons with the use of ICT and other platforms. Kaya na may uban ani ni gamit og kana bitang online nga platforms. Napoy, pero kasagaran usually in our district we only use kadtong modulara. Pero napoy uban when we communicate to our parents, we use ICT platforms. Okay. Then plan learning opportunities that allows learners to access, organize, and process information. Okay, so mauna siya kanarang classroom observable maoy atong himuan og IPCR review. Okay, only 9 ha, dili non-classroom observable man tong tulo. So kanira siya maoy atong kuan. So I already presented to you the sample nga atong buhaton at para sa ato ang output. Padi ay. Okay, for number 10. Okay, so tanan jud ay himuan. Objective 1 to 12. Okay, for number 10, design, selected, organize, and use diagnostic and formative. So, sa gihimo ni teacher, design appropriate activities for performance test. Okay, di ba kita may naghimo ana sa summative nga atong gihatag. So, I'm sure you already have given your learners the 4 summative assessment including the performance task. Okay. So makasugod na jud ta ani sa ato ang first quarter nga grado. Okay? Then for number 11, monitored and evaluated learner progress and achievement using learner attainment data. So Activities sa teacher, design appropriate intervention activities to address learning gaps. Okay, unsa may intervention nga gihimo ni teacher labi na karong panahon na nga walay face to face kinalisuran. This is the biggest challenge of our department. Kay walay face to face. Kay nakadungog man ko nga daghan ang feedback bitaw nga maglisod gani kung face to face, how much more kung modular. So mo na kita teacher, we need to design appropriate intervention unsaon man na nato. Kay sa hashtag bitaw nato, quality teacher equals quality education. Okay, I know teacher kamao na mo ana mohimo kay ang teacher man is very innovative in nature. Okay, another is included testimonies of parents, guardians, and adult facilitators regarding the learner's progress. O, diba? Mangutana jud ta sa ginikanan man jud. Diba, manawag ta, manang, nay, naunsa naman na imong anak? Umusta naman to akong gipada nga kuan? O, diba? Oh. Okay ra yun. Okay, for objective 12, communicated promptly and clearly the learner's needs, progress, and achievement to key stakeholders, including parents and guardians. So, saon man na nato, labi na ni kay need na ni nato karon. Kay nahuman na ta sa first quarter. So, saon man na sa teacher. Provide written feedback to parents in terms of their child's performance in their modules and summative tests and suggestions on how parents could help their child. Siguro na pamuilain anak mabutang kung unsaon ninyo pag-communicate ang learner's needs and progress. Okay, this is just a sample activity conducted by the teacher in the new normal education. So, kani siya no, mao ni atong, okay, so mao na ni, ani na, nahuman na ta atong IPCR review. So, flashback, mao ni siya ang ato ang basihan sa atong IPCR, di ba? I'm sure familiar mo ana niya. Okay. So, gikan sa content 1, KRE 1, maunay mga MOVs, di ba? And the objectives and the required MOVs para maka-rate ta og outstanding, very satisfactory, o fair, and needs improvement. Okay, so mao po ni ang domain 2, learning environment. There are 3 objectives for curriculum and planning. So, naapod na siya, 7, 8, and 9. Objective, 7, 8, and 9. For KRE 4, assessment and reporting, we have objective number 10, 11, and 12. Okay, then ang number 5 nato nga KRA is ang class factor, which is the performance relating to our works and activities that contribute to the teaching learning process. Okay. So mao ni atong gigamit karon this school last school year. Okay. So for our outputs, mao ni siya nga template atong gamiton. Atong isuwat dere. So di ba nakita ako, I've already shown to you the sample IPCR review from Corelia District. So kita na pod per teacher ang mohimo jud ani so that napatay assessment to ang IPCR. So mao ni siya ari sa column 1, mao man tanan basic education services. Then sa column 2, ibisuwat na to diha ang domain or ang KRA. Kopyaon na ito nato itong naa sa IPCR. Then strand indicator objectives. Ang ito po itong kopyahon katong tuwa sa IPCR. Then ang ani na ta mo fill up sa actual activities. Unsay atong gikandak ana based ani nga objective. I-match nato ang atong activities conducted based on the objectives in the IPCR. Okay? So, are there any questions for our IPCSU? So, mauna ito buhaton unyang paliso. School heads, please step sa output ani niya. Kinahanglan pa ba ni ipasa na to ani sir sa district or school head na lang sir? So, school head ang mo-collect ani, this is part of the IPCR rating manato. Assessment, IPCR assessment for quarter 1.
Review ni nato ato ni output.
Ang output sir. Kunya need pa ipasa or sa school head na.
Sa school lang sa pero ipasa to district.
Okay. So
Divide cluster.
okay. So the cluster heads will collect the output and this will be submitted by cluster or by school in the district.
By cluster.
By cluster. Kung naay cluster, by cluster. Kung wala, by school.
Oo, okay lang elementary central o
So mamalihog ko school heads collect ipasa naman po dinhi nato sa district. Hari ni Sir Felix. Okay? Are there any questions? Hello. Okay. Wala pa matanong?
Hi, no question. No
Deadline
question.
Ang deadline ani. Sir, kano sa may deadline ani sir?
Ako na Friday ra ta.
Friday lang kuno kay tagaan na tong liwe ang teacher kay. Gan ba? Di jud malalis nga daghan jud tang trabahoon ron so. Kung consider ako si sir, Friday kuno deadline. Okay? Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dai Maristel, Hinabi, for that comprehensive discussion on IPCR. So this afternoon, you have 3 outputs to prepare. That AIR, Annual Implementation Review, that AIP, Adjusted AIP 2, and that IPCR review. And then please take note that tomorrow afternoon, the first hour will be prioritized for the presentation of outputs. And my dear school heads and teachers, I am happy to announce to you that our training is closely monitored by our district consultant. In fact, our district consultant has joined us in our visit this morning, Dr. Herminilda Gracio. Can I have Ma'am Hermi give me some signal if you are still here with us, Ma'am Hermi Gracio? Ragnawa na si Ma'am Hermi. Well, anyway, if Ma'am Hermi is not already with us, I will give you our ICT coordinator alternate in the district for some necessary instruction. Don Carmelo.
So good morning. So I get clock in na to ganiha. I have already sent it to your ICT coordinator, and our clock out will be sent karon.
Another morning and afternoon lang. Your clock out will be 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Clock in will be 8 o'clock in the morning, and clock out will be in the afternoon. Clock in and clock out morning only, and afternoon. Okay, see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow we will have a 30-minute management of learning And then that is to be followed by the output presentations. And our DPID Order 31 to be facilitated by Ma'am Maria Fe Gamutin will start after our output presentations. Hopefully, we can start by 10:15 in the morning tomorrow. So I think we do not have any more business this morning, and we will give you enough time to this afternoon. Teachers and school heads alike will work together for the accomplishment of the outputs required. Thank you very much, and may God bless us all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir. Bye. Goodbye, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Salamat, sir.
Salamat niya, Day, tanan.
Thank you, sir.
Workshop. Katong ipangatag ko kabuo. Ay, oh,
Daay, usa, agatong primero. Muwa na ini mo na suksok. Salamat, sir.
So this is the end of our first day for our Ed Service Training of Teachers. So see you tomorrow. And because we have encountered trouble with Zoom, we will change to MS Teams. Ugma, sir. Okay, it can accommodate 250 participants, man. So we last time we have directed the ICTs to check if your MS Teams are active. So right now, if na may time, please check your MS Teams if naka-sign in na ba mo para diretso-diretso na tomorrow. So link will be sent later for tomorrow's discussion. So again, if I am reminding about sa inyong attendance, so separate ang ato ang clock in and clock out, ha. Yes, ma'am. I will send the clock out later. Kahit alas 4 pa man, basin na mo. Paano niya? So for the link for the clock in, ay, muna siya.
Sir Pons.
Yes, sir. Any concern?
Mga may template atong kuan. Mga may template atong para outputs ba?
Ako i-send to siya sa tong group chat.
Sige sir, salamat kayo sir.
Okay, so katong attendance, so by district kato ha. Naman to siya ito lang. We will indicate their school. So, other schools are having their attendance mo good. So, kato is by district to siyang attendance. Do you have any questions? Katong template, ito to be sent.
Naman anak yun. Arturo man natin.
Okay, so okay. So if no more questions, that would be all for our first day in set. So see you tomorrow and keep safe, everyone.